What's going on? It is your boy ZVG here, and today I am joined by two lovely people, Virgil and Swift. Say what's up, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
That was kind of nice.
And today we're gonna be talking about more MUI stuff, but it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be talking about what new mechanic or unique ability we're gonna see MUI Goku have, because so far for the past two anniversaries we've had the unit come out that new unique. VB brought anti-cover change while G4 brought anti-revival. So Swift or Virgil, what unique do you guys think, or new mechanic do you guys think MUI is gonna bring to the game as the headliner unit?
I mean, the possibilities are endless here. I think, we all kind of realize that. Like, it could really go any way. There's been rumors of gauge lock. We could see some type of mechanic where you lock the enemy gauge. And if MUI is red, so, if he's red, he's already going to counter Kaioken. So that would help counter Kaioken, just the fact that if he's red and if he has a gauge lock, I could see that, helping to stop the Kaioken madness in PvP right now. I don't know. I've had some other ideas. I've heard people say, like, double vanish, which would just be insane. Like, maybe if Kaioken wasn't a thing, then a double vanish would be kind of cool. But just the fact that you're gonna run Kaioken alongside MUI anyways, I think a double vanish might just be too busted. I don't know. Honestly, it's tough to like come up with a new mechanic like this without it being too overly busted. I think a gauge lock is realistic. Yeah. Honestly, like I've heard, I've heard it from UZVG and some other people. Like they've already found like the files like in the game where the gauge lock can, we're basically expecting it to pop up at any time now. So I don't think a gauge lock is too crazy. I think that's definitely possible. I have some other ideas too, but I'll rotate it to you guys and we can come back and just flush around some ideas.
Now my idea is one that I'm stealing from somebody that's in my Discord. He's the first one to actually like brought it up to me. Okay. So it was like double gauges. So MUI would have the UI gauge, but also having a gauge like Ultra Gogeta, where like he gets a blue card or a green card once it's over and gets buffs. You know what I'm saying? So like because MUI Goku is gonna have something related to dodging, right? He's
gonna have some type of auto dodge.
Yeah, or something along those lines. Yep. So actually that idea, it sounds like it's gonna be broken, which it will be, but I think that would be like something realistic to happen though, because like MUI is a headliner. They know that G4 sucked back when he came out, so they're gonna be going over the top with this guy. So I feel like double gauges would be pretty cool to see. That'd be very, very, very interesting, honestly.
No, that is a really good idea. I didn't even think about that, because obviously they're gonna try to incorporate, like if we remember the purple UI Goku. Yeah. That was like the first auto dodge, and that's UI Goku. So I wouldn't be surprised if MUI did have some type of auto dodge. And then maybe that second gauge. Hopefully it's not like. Hopefully if they do double gauges, hopefully it's not like a Kaioken gauge. I think that would just be too much, because you're combining just too many busted mechanics. But I think a double gauge could be cool as long as they kind of control it somehow and don't make it too overly busted.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard like when you just said it, the double gauge. I didn't even think about it like that. That you could have one that just depletes naturally, the more you use the auto dodge, and then there's one that fills up with obtaining either buffs or a vanish or obtaining something from it, a blue card. But that sounds correct.
Dude, what I'm thinking, like what would make perfect sense if he had the UI gauge along with the Trunks gauge, so that like once the UI gauge runs out, you get to fill up the Trunks gauge, bro, or like that something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then or like if the auto dodge gauge is over with, and then you get a hit enough times, the Trunks gauge fills up, which fills up the auto dodge gauge, and then the Trunks gauge gets depleted, bro.
Yeah, like where the gauges almost work off of each other.
Yeah,
or
dude,
something.
That'd be
like
sick.
Maybe one
honestly.
gauge is auto dodge. One, dude, that would be sick.
That would be sick. So like once the auto dodge runs out and he gets hit a couple times, the auto dodge refills up back up, and then the Trunks tap gauge with the defense gauge just goes back to.
That'd be so cracked.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick, bro. Like it'd be busted, but it'd be so good to see. Like the creativity of like how can they work off gauges and stuff would be pretty insane.
funny thing is when even brainstorming about these mechanics, it's like even if we come up with something too cracked, like it's not even a stretch with considering how busted they've made mechanics nowadays, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
The consistent, vanish obtaining or just different things. Some things that I could probably think of right now are just like the way that Kaioken has a blast lock. Maybe we'll have a unit in the future, or even this MUI, to get a strike lock, right? Eventually.
You mean Kaioken as a strike lock? You mean Kaioken as a strike lock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, excuse me, the blast lock, right?
Dude, I saw people saying that MUI should get a blast lock, bro. I'm like, no, bro. Like, no. Like, a blast lock shouldn't come out till like a year later. I feel like it should be straight, because if a blast lock does come out, right?
Toxic, dude.
They're gonna survey them with Kaioken, and then you're gonna have both cards being sealed. So like,
yeah, that's the issue is with the leader slot. Like, you can't like try and focus. You can't drop a blast lock unit and just be like, oh, it's a different tag. They won't run them together. Like with the leader slot, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that is true.
Hopefully they never. I mean, honestly, they should have never dropped the strike lock either. I mean, I know there's other units in the game that periodically, seal cards. Like I think that ultimate. Yeah, Boo. There's an ultimate Gohan that seals, I think, strikes every time the enemy swaps out. Like, we do have a couple units that do it, but just the level that Kaioken does it, I will admit it is a little bit too busted. And I hope to God they don't ever make a blast. Like, they need to stop making these units that seal cards. I think it's just not healthy for PvP, in my eyes. But that's a whole different conversation.
They've had a bunch of units that did it before, didn't they?
Yeah, there is other units that do it.
Yeah, but they didn't. The thing with Kaioken, right? He does it per enemy, while they do it like when they come into the battlefield. So it's not as cancerous, because you can have them in a combo and swap and still do strikes, but with Kaioken, it's like it's more rampant, So.
And with him, it's unlimited. I believe Fat Boo, there's a limit to the strike locks, if I can remember right.
Yeah.
The only other unit I can think of that is similar to Kaioken is like I think it's that blue
Ultimate Gohan.
Or it's one of the blue Gohans, I think.
Yeah, it's blue Ultimate Gohan. He does.
Yeah, where every time the enemy swaps out, he seals strikes, but that unit was never really that good anyway.
Yeah, so that's why it was never like an issue back then.
Some things you could probably take off from Kaioken is the way that he has his ultimate that I guess nullifies. What is it? It's like blast armor, but you don't.
Yeah, you just don't take any damage. Yeah, you just don't take any damage.
They'll add that, but for like something else, or like a strike armor, or like blast armor without taking
like
damage.
Blue card
something
armor.
Like that.
Yeah, like an ultimate that could just go right through a blue card.
Or like, what if his tries can do that, bro? Like that'd be like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that'd be
blast armor, but like you're not taking any damage. You're just like going through cards, like.
I feel like that should only be for like the blue cards or like the odds, because if it was on strikes, bro, that'd be way too toxic, honestly. Like,
that'd be pretty nuts.
If it was on strikes, but I feel like the double gauge it's pretty plausible.
How about a cover change, like a cover change into a blue card, or not a cover change from a blue card, excuse me. Like say like you're about to get blue carded, you can cover from it.
Ooh.
And then counter.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, that actually does sound.
Damn.
Yeah, that does sound.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah. Or like cover against like green cards too.
No unit does that, right?
Yeah, there's no unit does that.
No, there's unit. The only other unit that even comes close would be like Super 17, where you can swap them in and just like absorb a blue card. But like,
I think the OG purple Bojack.
This is against all cards, yeah.
Yeah. That's just like a pure counter.
Or like something to counter back with, like say like you get blue carded, you switch into the unit that counters blues, and like you're able to, counter that, continue a combo, or like start a combo off from that.
You know what I just thought about?
They don't give MUI purple Bojack. Oh,
Yo, you know what I just thought about, bro? What if like, you know how like units get a card, like how Evil gets a blue card every time the first time he covers? What if like MUI Goku does like a certain amount of damage every time he cover changes against an opponent, or like he does like a blue card, or a weakened version of a blue card, or like a new type of card that only comes up like when he cover changes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that'd be cool, and it doesn't even have to inflict. Like, so it could be something like a blue card that inflicts damage, or it could be like, let's say they give him a decent green card that inflicts enemy, debuffs on the enemy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like, maybe it's an animation like that, where you swap him in or swap him out, and you quickly inflict those debuffs. I don't know. That would be kind of cool.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to process, like, if he's an ultra, like, you can definitely expect something that's going to be cracked, right? If he's an ultra, he's definitely going to be busted somehow. But, I mean, given the way that you're making LFs pretty good, too, like, even if he was an LF, like, he's still going to be really good. Just the ultra treatment, specifically, like, there's going to be something that sets him above the rest. Like, there's going to be a mechanic or two that will just be, like, it'll be really powerful. Like, that if you pair him up with other ultras, or, like, Kaioken, Ultra Gogeta, the mix between the Vanish Restoration, the lock-ins, the type neutrality. Yeah. If MUI has something, bro, the triple ultra team or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of annoying.
Yo,
think
you know
about
what
it.
I just thought about?
Oh, go ahead.
I just thought about, alright, so what if he has a gauge, right? And the gauge, you know, like how Gogeta gets a blue card every time his gauge fills up? Yeah. And what if MUI, when he fills his gauge up, he gets a unique card unique to him, where, like, if somebody has a blast card or a strike card, you can, like, just counter it and just, like, get free priority once his gauge is filled.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, or just like instant, like, even if you've already used your Vanish, but you fill the gauge up and you get that special, maybe it gives you like an auto dodge or something. Like, I don't know.
That'd be cancerous, but like, yeah. Dude, it's like, dude, everything's just gonna be cancer. Like, everything.
It doesn't matter what they.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's just gonna be busted, dude.
Well, I was gonna say, so if we know Kaioken's obviously yellow, so if MUI is red, obviously people will still run them together. But then there is, you know, kind of, even if they make MUI at the same level as Kaioken, then you could still argue MUI is better because he's red and Kaioken's yellow. And then that would also kind of fit into Ultra Gogeta being blue, because then, you know, MUI is red, Ultra Gogeta counters because he's blue, but then MUI counters Kaioken because he's red and Kaioken's yellow. So it'd almost be kind of like a, I don't know. I feel like red would make sense for MUI, but yeah, I don't know, man. For mechanics, dude, it's tough. It is tough to come up with something that's not insanely busted. Like, I will admit, the Legends developers, they do have a somewhat difficult job. Hopefully whatever they come up with, they've tested out a fair amount and, you know, tried to balance it as best as they can. But we'll see.
I think that's why a lot of these Zenkais be sucking, because they just don't want to give a unit too much by accident, right?
Yeah.
No, but I feel like they're going out of their way to make the Zenkais trash. Or like, dude, have you seen the Purple Vegeta's third unique, bro? It has to be like one of the most useless uniques I've ever seen in my life. Like, you get -2 to sub count on your allies after 10 timer count has passed. Like, that
they did the same thing with Red Rose too. It's been horrible. They did the exact. I think it's, if I can remember right, it was the third unique on Red Rose. It was just like basically pointless.
Yeah, like key recovery or some dumb. Yeah,
they're
like going out of their way
to
make these Zenkai trash, but like they're definitely doing this all just to make them not as good. Honestly, bro. But yeah, I feel like we covered a lot with the what could MUI get. You know, the double gauges, the special card, the double vanish. The cover change against blue cards and stuff. So let us know in the comments what you guys think MUI is gonna get. And yeah, this is EVG joined by Vergil and Swift. We'll get you guys in the next Battle Night Gaming video. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Stay frosty, boys.